Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we've got a special treat for you. We are going to be spawning in on Midwich, just so we can actually teach you guys a bit about this map. Now unfortunately I do not have on balanced landing. All of us have spawned together, at least 3 players that we saw from the right hand side of the screen. Now what do we know? We know we got a heart-beated killer, which is good. There is no way for him to drop down through the roof onto me. I'm in a pretty good spot, depending on how this guy reacts and if he runs past me. Okay, we are going to be versing the new clown outfit, which is good. I can play to the window if I need to. I kind of want to run into the smoke to find out what kind of add-ons he's got. Alright, it would appear that he does not have exhaustion add-ons. If I did run into that smoke and I had the Solve It Jug effect on the right-hand side of the screen, we would have known he had add-ons. Now, this is going to be a really good map for Clown, believe it or not. There are better maps, of course. You can loop him outside of Chase, which will hurt him. However, he can cut a lot of these jungle gyms into smaller pieces, and that can hurt you with the 15% hinder. Now, what do we know about the Clown? The Clown has 115% movement speed. When he throws a bottle, he has no penalty towards his movement speed. When he only has 4 bottles by default. After all 4 bottles have been used, he then has to hold the control key to fill up his bottles. While filling up the bottles, if he has to animation cancel and let go of it, it hinders his movement speed dramatically, so he should always pretty much commit to filling. So if you see a Clown filling his bottles, that might actually be the window for you to run away from the jungle gym and loop something else together. Now the Clown's default perk is Pop Goes a Weasel, Bamboozled, and Claudophobia, so we could expect him coming over here with Pop Goes a Weasel, knowing that I was originally working on this gen. And we can hear that heartbeat getting louder, so we know he's coming in one of these 2 directions. I have to be super careful, because I don't know which one just yet. I have to be very careful. He could have went upstairs, he could have went back to the hook. Another thing about Midwich is you can always hear the heartbeat, therefore it can be very intimidating, much like a map like the game. There he is all the way down there, and there is nothing he can do about the fact that I'm going to start this loop early. I'm going to cut right through the center, and I'm going to loop all the way around and get back to my generator. I'm going to loop him outside of Chase. Heartbeat appears to be slowing down, so he did stop on the generator. Let's see what he decides to do. We're going to come all the way back around. I think he might have actually understood what I'm doing and try and do a 180 here and cut me off. Looks like he did not. So let's come in and get our Pop Goes the Weasel. Remember, we're running this loop outside of Chase right now against him. We're going to tap the generator. And this is one of those situations where it can be devastating for the killer. If he chooses to regress, which he is not, he's choosing to chase me. I need to lose him now or play around something. Should have a window over here I can utilize. Good play by him. I'm not going to be able to do much there apart from take a hit in the back. I mispositioned myself. He's got Sloppy Butcher, which is nice. I'm going to try and take him away. We do have a pretty good aware area upstairs and a couple of pallets downstairs here. Got to be careful though. Side doors closed. Should be another pallet on my right. I'm going to go down there and work on that gen. The reason I can see my teammate right now is going to be because he has Blood Pact, which is nice. Claudette is waiting to take a hit from me. Very good play that you don't see too often from a solo queue gamer. I'm going to wait here, take that hit from her. Or take that heal from her and avoid a hit from the killer. I know exactly where I need to go as well. I'm going to go down there and work on that gen if there is no gen in either of these 2 rooms. Now, even though there's a staircase that leads upstairs, it is actually a dead end, and a totem can spawn up there as well. So that guy got grabbed off the gen. I was expecting a DS play, but unfortunately, they might have mistimed it. Maybe the gen was 99.9% completed, and they wanted to try and greed for it down, meaning we know exactly where the Clown is going to go with his Pop Goes a Weasel. Realistically, I wouldn't normally want to be healed, but because of the generator placement on this map, being healed can actually be quite a beneficial thing. Therefore, the Clown will be getting more value out of Sloppy Butcher. You can hear the generator downstairs. That was my original generator I was working on. I kind of want to work on this at the same time. I want to check on my gen underneath. I know the killer is not near there because I should be able to still hear his heartbeat regardless of the platform that the killer is currently on. He's getting saved by an ally. I'm applying pressure to my gen. He's instantly ran in the direction back towards where his gen was. That makes me think his gen was 99% completed. Pop Goes a Weasel nearly at the end of an animation. Will cut 20 seconds off. I'm going to walk here, see what he does. Did he see me then? He did not see me. I'm going to go right back onto the generator. I can drop down there, but I don't have a balanced landing play. So it can be pretty difficult. 2 people on that gen. That gen should be done about 2 seconds or so. That being said, what do we know? We know we got this generator up here and a generator downstairs in the middle that I can work on too. This one's a little bit more safer. He hit the Claudette, so he's going to be chasing that player. I got my teammate reacting by going down to the basement. Therefore, he's going to be trying to plunder a medkit or something that's going to allow him to heal, take care of himself, which we're going to be able to see in a second. Looks like the basement has been searched, so he's just going to be running right back out of there. There is a God pallet over there as well that he can utilize if he needs to. He's going to be able to see me, and if he comes to this generator underneath, I'm going to be able to drop down on top of him and go for a heal on him. Now, I do want to complete this knowing he has pop. If he just keeps going around to the right, he'll see the gen, and I will drop down for him. Looks like he found the generator. and he knows exactly what is going on. I'm going to be able to complete this. I did not realize how close that gen was to being done. Therefore, there would have been a teammate working on that. That's going to be adrenaline for one of my allies. The other ones don't have it. He is being healed by the other player as well, which is good to know. Now I know where 3 people are, including myself, with the other person being healed and getting a bottle on them from the killer. Now there is a hole for me to drop down over there too. I'm going to just drop through here. He's going to have that heal done any second. I'll apply pressure towards the door, and then we'll see if we can come back in and go for a bit of a save on one of our allies. Now we do have a bit of an interesting build in case you guys are wondering. We're going to be running Unbreakable. We're going to be running Soul Guard, which I'm actually kind of enjoying playing around with. I would prefer to have Iron Will because of how loud Jeff is. Unfortunately, I do not have it just yet. The good news is we know the killer doesn't have Know It. I don't know where he's coming from. Can't actually see it, to be honest. That's a hit. That's unfortunate. Did my teammate come over to the door in that time? He did not. I was really hoping. That's 4 bottles, so he has to reload now. Oh, I mispositioned myself then, but I do have a lot of pallets on this map. He's got a lot of bottles, this gentleman. If he tries to fill, I leave. Still got a little bit of time to come back in. Remember, these pallets have been used, but I'm still okay, because I can do this while they take a hit. See how Claudette's looking for a body block play as well? Very well played by her. Multiple hits by everyone. Looks like the team is going to come together, and I do also not have Dead Hard available, which I was kind of waiting to use. That just goes to show you that even in solo queue, there are some still really great players out there. I wasn't a 3-man pre-made with Claudette being solo queue, but she managed to come back and become a really effective teammate. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do educational Survivor and Dead by Daylight killer content 5 days a week. Some videos we do a lot of looping, some videos we don't do a lot of looping, but we try and teach you about split pressure, where we are, how we know what is happening, and how we are going to play around it. Now, I don't know much about Midwich, so I hope you guys managed to learn something in there as well. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. I'll see you in the fog in the next video.